Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Is It News with Doug and Jeff. I'm still trying to recover from the bubbles there, Jeff. They have actually a drink called the Sour Toe Cocktail. Now, what that is a mummified human toe that is served in a shot of alcohol with the toe inside the drink.
So, I moved this week, right?
Right.
In my old house, I found this in the yard.
We found
In the
it
yard?
She found it in the yard, not we. She found
I
it.
found it in my yard, and I put it in my pocket, and I said, I have to give this to Doug and Jeff.
Okay.
Okay. What else?
Ta-da!
Go ahead, take it up.
Ta-da!
Oh my gosh! These, I guess that's a finger,
It's a finger
cocktail. There,
cocktail.
is that vodka or tequila or what in there? I just,
Here, take a sip.
I don't know. I mean, and that's not even a real one. Where you said you found
That's it.
this in your yard? Who's your neighbors? I mean,
We're moving,
oh, you moved? Okay.
Our old house, we found it.
I was gonna say, oh, at the okay.
Where'd the water come from?
The sink.
Oh, I thought that was tequila or vodka or something. Oh
About to take a
gosh,
look. All right,
yuck.
then go to your turn.
I don't
Now pull the finger out.
pull my finger.
Pull my finger.
Here, pull my finger, Jeff. Oh man.
Okay, and then
Gosh.
turn it over and unscrew that. It's bubbles. It's kind of like two gifts in one.
Oh, cool.
I got a play toy.
Folks, make sure you do tune in on YouTube. We have lots of new episodes coming out and just a lot of fun. Please give us your feedback. We'd love to hear from you. Like our Facebook page, subscribe to us on YouTube. And for you folks that are like me and technologically challenged, subscription does not mean you pay for it. It just means you subscribe and you like it. You will get notifications of new shows when they come out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So that's why you haven't subscribed to your own show, because you didn't want to pay for it, huh,
No,
Jeff?
I didn't.
Well, I'd
Thank
like
you.
to introduce you to my acquaintance. I finally got that right, Jeff.
You did.
My acquaintance, Jeff Phillips.
Oh, thank you there, Doug. I appreciate that.
You just wasn't much on them blowing bubbles, was you? You didn't really get that. Didn't you? Must have. See, I have that. I guess that gift.
I can blow bubbles, but just not from the mouth, from the backside.
Okay. In the pool, right, or in the bathtub? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Jeff, this is out of Athens, Georgia. So this is Georgia time here. We had a story a while
it
back
wrong.
about Loganville, but we had
Georgia.
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 Georgia? Okay.
Georgia.
Well, I say Georgia. Okay.
You said it wrong.
Oh, okay. Then I stand corrected.
Lisa, how do you say it?
Georgia.
Okay. I guess I'm outvoted 2-1 here.
Some people call it Georgie. They do.
Georgie?
Way up
Really?
on the Alabama and Northwest Georgia, they call it Georgie.
Really? Never heard of that one before. Now, this is an
Now you have.
Athens Banner Herald story out of Athens, Georgia. An Athens man was arrested for an assault on his mother. Now, that's
bad.
not a good thing at all, but he reportedly threw a pork chop at her and then headbutted her.
I'm sorry. I just can't. You lost me
I'm
at
just
pork
glad
chop.
he wasn't having a big ribeye or something. I mean, really, it could have been ugly. Or a plate of lasagna or something like that.
Or lamb chop.
It had to be you.
Yeah.
Terry Bernard Ball Jr., who's 29, was eating the pork chop at his home on Simmons Street there in Athens, and he became angry at his mother because she hadn't gotten cigarettes for him. So, and she's 60 years old. Now, he threw the piece of meat at her, got up and pushed his mother and headbutted her. Man, over cigarettes. I mean, I've never smoked, so I don't understand that, why you would get that wrapped up and throw a pork chop a good pork chop at your mother and then headbutt her.
Does the 3-second rule count when it hits the ground?
Well, might have been more than 3 seconds, because Ball's father then jumped on his son and held him down on the kitchen floor until police arrived, and they kept a taser trained on him while his father got off of him and officers placed him in handcuffs and I guess went to jail. And it's funny, this is actually, he was sentenced to 12 months probation and for battery, and is lodged 6 months, and that was from a previous incident. Well, the bad thing about this, Jeff, is this is actually a 2-part story. A few months later, this same gentleman, and they must eat a lot of pork chops in the Ball household, because he was arrested for the second time within a 90-day span for an incident involving another pork chop. Now, he was arrested after he caused a commotion at his mother's house, including trying to fight people because he didn't get the big pork chop.
The big pork chop.
They ate his pork chop and he had to eat noodles. So he didn't. I guess them's fighting words in the Ball household. So he has been now arrested again for the same thing, and after hurling the pork chop, then I guess they figured they didn't want to give him any ammo, so they ate the pork chop. He was forced to eat noodles, and I guess that did not go over too well with Mr. Ball.
So he threw the noodles.
No, he threw, I guess, picked up a pork chop off somebody's plate and threw the pork chop again. So he must have some pork chop deal. There must be something in his childhood about pork chops.
Imagine going to jail. What are you in here for? Threw a pork chop at my mom.
Man, that sounds like something maybe some of your family would do or
We
something.
have good old-fashioned food fights. Don't get me wrong.
Do you?
Yeah, we
really?
do.
Yeah.
They're fun. I bet Lisa has too.
Oh, yeah.
Lynn?
Regularly.
Regular food
My
fights.
kids do.
Southern,
Lynn has 4
Southern
middle
folks.
schoolers.
Yeah, Southern folks, we have food fights. I mean, it's common.
So what is your food weapon of choice?
Mashed potatoes.
Oh, mashed potatoes.
Probably macaroni and cheese.
Macaroni and cheese? Okay. No pork chops or anything like that. Okay.
No. I like pork
What about a
chops.
lobster? Hurl
I
a
can't
lobster
eat
at somebody. No. Okay. Just wondering here.
No.
Now, Jeff, this next story is a UPI story, and here we are back in Florida again.
You
Seemed
wanna
like the
come to-
last few
You want to come to our
shows.
house and eat one night?
Should I bring my own macaroni and cheese?
Might want
I was
to.
going to say I may need to. But this is another story out of Florida. A Florida woman is seeking to save a tree from being chopped down by the city. Now, nothing wrong with that, having, wanting to save trees or whatever. So Karen Cooper said she and other neighbors of Snell Family Park in Fort Myers, Florida, were distraught when they learned the city's Beautification Advisory Board and Public Works Department plan to have the giant ficus tree, which is more than 100 years old, removed from the park. So Miss Cooper decided to take matters into her own hand, and she married the tree.
Married the tree.
Now, see, we do have a romantic side here at IsItNews. They were there in the park, had several other brides in white gowns, and they said their vows. I guess this was one of those polygamous marriages, apparently so, because there were several brides and only one tree. So she said, if they cut down this tree, I'm going to be a widow, she told the Fort Myers News Press. Now, I know you have some strange people in your family. I don't even know what you would put that. Any plant marriages in there anywhere?
No, but our pet beaver would have probably got mad because he would
beaver.
he would want the tree.
Well, he may. Or the squirrel.
But
I'm
the
sure you
beaver,
guys probably have some squirrels up around too, don't
No,
you?
we got a bunch of squirrels where we are now. In fact, our dog Dexter, we could put a camera on him chasing squirrels and chipmunks and all that kind of stuff.
Well, I hope there was no, squirrel in the tree or anything like that. Well, now my question: if there was a squirrel or something like that in the tree, does that squirrel get drug into the marriage of the, along with the tree since it's there? Or I'm just wondering how the tree made it, said its vows.
Knock on wood.
There you go.
I'm sure
So,
probably it's got to be something for the squirrel.
So I mean, I guess you can marry anything, man. I
Could
mean,
this-
you know what though? I would bet a lot of women would say, "Well, it's not much different than my husband."
You probably are.
It's kind of just sits there, doesn't really do a whole lot, and just it's real quiet.
We are not
And it
hearing
just,
any
you know,
feedback from the two producers up here. Are
Really, Lisa, Lynn, what do you? I mean, what do you think?
They want to say something.
Should,
My wife was.
should you have married a tree? I'll tell you what, it would have been an improvement for me. It really would have. And we'll just leave that at that. Leave it at that. But a tree would have been a step up in a couple situations that I've had in my life.
Yeah, I would probably have to agree on that one.
So I hope your wife is not going to watch
Not
this.
that one.
Oh, okay. There we go. There we
no.
go. Okay.
I'm already in the doghouse with her.
Still.
From the picture of the ladder for the air clothes dryer that I put out. You know, we got that ladder.
Oh, tell that. Yes, you posted that on Facebook. A
Yeah.
picture of your new clothes dryer.
Yeah, my wife wanted the new dryer. I wanted a ladder, you know, that goes about 10 feet.
Right.
So I got her a dryer. And I opened the ladder in the living room, and it's extended like an A-frame in the steps or where you can hang your clothes on. And I put it on Facebook. Said
I
that we
saw it
could-
on Facebook. I'm just checking for bruises, or did she use maybe a soap bar like they did, like they do to beat you? That way you don't bruise.
It was a roundhouse kick.
It was a
And-
roundhouse
You know where your Bubba landed a while ago?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, folks, tune in again next time for more bubblicious stories here at Is It News with Doug and Jeff. Make sure you do like us on Facebook and also subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your friends and love to have your feedback, folks. For now, bye.
Bye.